Hello, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Wednesday, October 30th, 2024. Yes, Cat, I know, you are very hungry. I'm already on my way to get you your breakfast. It is time for a cod again. I hope you like some cod today. Yes? Cod is good. Here you go. Alright. Cod is really good. Let's step outside. Make sure no creepers are waiting for us. That's good. That's very good. Salmon are happy. Fountain looks beautiful. Perfect view. Nice, fresh, clean air. Morning sun. Great start. Really great start into the day. Let's go underground and find out whether my sugar canes have grown again so that I can harvest them, get more paper, and at some point have enough resources to trade again with my librarians to get another book of mending. Yesterday I spoke of the journey to Bremerhaven and the job interview for this crazy position in Antarctica. Haven't heard from them, obviously. But the trip to Bremerhaven wasn't all that happened over the course of the weekend. I traveled to Berlin to see my parents last Wednesday afternoon, so exactly 1 week ago. The trip to Berlin was alright. No incidents with the train. Everything on schedule. I even arrived ahead of schedule in Berlin, which was crazy. It was not really a big time gain, but 2 minutes. 2 minutes ahead of schedule, we pulled into the train station, so that was cool. That was very nice. And yeah, the stay there was nice. Spending quality time with my parents. We did 2 trips, which were fantastic. It's nice to take the time to really do some of those excursions and yeah, have a little bit of a good old family trip together. This was nice. Also nice was to train again outside. It's always nice to train in our garden instead of just doing it here inside of my living room. It's so much more refreshing. It's so nice. Also, I discovered a new training tool. Been staying at my parents'. The last time I was there during the month of September for the final week of the EMT training, I used a sledgehammer as a weight for training. This thing really works well. I really like the way how you can implement some sledgehammer swings and sledgehammer halos and other things into your workout program. That's cool, but it sounds more crazy than it actually is. So yeah, this was nice. This was really nice to do these things. Also, it was nice to go on a run with my mom. Of course, she was just riding her bike and I was running. But yeah, that was nice to explore a different track. Never, well, I've been there, part of the tracks at least, in the past, but not for running. And now I know now a new running track in the vicinity of our house. That was cool. It was fun. It was one of those tempo threshold something days. Lately, for doing some tempo training, I do not really a long run. And it's mostly around 10 to 12 kilometers at my long run pace. But every kilometer, I do a little bit more than 100-meter stride, which is really nice as you have the benefits of doing very high speeds with the combination of already running at a higher pace. So your body gets used to do even more pace, more energy, everything when already running at a higher pace. And same goes then for the, well, basically recovery, because I mean there is not like when doing 200-meter intervals I do it in the way that I do, well, those 200 meters and 200 meters off, 200 meters on, and so on. So there's always the recovery phase. With my long run stride combi, there's no recovery phase, so this has to happen while I'm still keeping up my pace. And overall, that's really cool. I find it really efficient, and I do have the feeling that it greatly improves my endurance and my pace and everything. So that's cool. That's lots of fun. Also, it's pretty fun when doing it not alone, but having someone following you along. My mom said it was partly not super challenging, but she really had to pedal along to keep up with me when doing those strides. That was fun. This was very much fun. So yeah, these few days went by super quickly. Now I'm of course back to work. This week luckily is a very nice, very short week. I had my vacation from last week Tuesday to this week's Monday. That the job interview was also part of my vacation. This Friday is a bank holiday, so it's basically just a 3-day week for me, which is super cool. So getting out of vacation and not having to fight through a full 5-day week. No, just the 3-day week. This is cool. Also soon, the next week of vacation will be coming up. It's definitely not next week, but it could already be the week after next week, maybe. I think it's very close. So it's really crazy how quickly time flies and how in what rapid succession those events happen. I'm not quite sure what I will do with this next week of vacation. I do have several ideas what I could do, but I need to do a little bit more research on the one hand to really figure out what I basically would need to do the things that I do have in my mind. Oh, this sounds really cryptic. Basically, I do have a... What are you doing here? I do have another small trip in mind, which would only be a bubble coral block. Well, I got this one already myself, which would just be 3 to 4 days or so, visiting a region I haven't visited yet. I'm not so sure what the cost basically of all of this is. I really need to see, are there good Airbnbs around? What is the average price of an Airbnb in this region? How do I get there? What are the prices for that one? So need to do research on this topic. Ooh. Let's hide here for a brief moment. Get the shield out. Okay, skeleton, where are you? Horse, don't wander off. Oh man, I want to go to bed. But I can't go to bed when this guy is still around. Aha. Get blocked. And we win. Very nice. So yeah, need to figure that out. Also, which would also be kinda interesting, but it would also involve me traveling to Berlin again from the first week, not the first week, from the first the core training for the EMT that I did in April. April, yes. I think it was April. Yeah, it was April. That I did in April. My team partner is a very creative person. He mostly focuses on photography, and he has joined forces with I think theater director, someone who is involved with theater. Anyway, so basically he created some kind of photo-based book which is being released in conjunction with the theater play. And all of this happens on the first day of my next vacation week. Of course, since he's living in Berlin, this entire event will happen in Berlin. Could be interesting to see this. I mean, supporting him, seeing some of his artistic work and so on would really be interesting, especially since we worked together for 3 weeks to get through the basic EMT training. On the other hand, as just said, I would need to travel again to Berlin, which of course is not so much of a problem. Just jumping into the train, and roughly 4 hours later I'm there. So would be not a big problem. But yeah, this could also be a thing. It could also be a thing that could be combined with other travel plans. Then again, just doing, so to say, nothing would also be alright, I would say. So instead of traveling, going here and there, and what is the squid doing? And yeah, being super active again, just saying, okay, I'm staying at home, so to say, recording some videos, working on videos. Oh, speaking of videos, yes, I managed to finish the Netherlands video while I was in Berlin. So that's cool. I still have to upload it. But the video is done. That's good. I also started to work on the Copenhagen video. This will take a little bit longer until it's finished. But yeah, progress with my video projects. In this case, it could also be interesting to simply do nothing. Oh, the stem of the pumpkin has grown. That's good. Soon I can make pumpkin pie, which is nice, especially as it's Halloween and we are in this fall season. Yeah, so there are multiple things I could do, and I'm not quite sure what of those things I really like. I think I first need to do the research to decide is traveling really still part, or does the travel destination just sounds cool? And at the end, I think no, not doing it. Yeah, need to see about that one. For this weekend, I'm already looking forward to start the next Let's Play series. As discussed, I was unsure what to play after Jagged Alliance 3. We're quickly approaching the end of that campaign. I don't think that I will play Jagged Alliance 3 for a third time in a row. Again, I might return to Jagged Alliance 3, but I'm not quite sure when it will be. I think it's time to really take a break from it for a little bit. Returning to XCOM, of course, is always an option, but I think I also need to let this wait a little bit longer to really feel like, okay, it's definitely time to return to XCOM again. The options I also discussed was, well, that's XCOM, but it's the original XCOM from the 90s. So very old game. Trying out that one, but I'm not so much into, okay, I really like to see how I get this old game running again. The other options were the Baldur's Gate series, which would be really nice. I played the first Baldur's Gate as it came out many years ago, and I really loved this game. So I would really love to play it again, but as I said, it's a thing when I commit to it, then I'm committed for the next 3 years or so. Yeah, I think going through all 3 games will take 3 years. So this would be tough. Of course, I could always take a break in between and so on, so this might be a thing. The other option is to play Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlords. I think that's what I will start with this long weekend. Record some videos there, see how it feels. So it could either be a little bit of a spin-off like situation where I play it for a couple of weeks and then I say, alright, that's it, maybe until the end of the year or so, and then I start with Baldur's Gate. Need to see what I will do. So yeah, that's the current plan. Maybe I will make a last-minute change of plans before starting to record the first episode of Mountain Blade. Yeah, I guess this summarizes everything. Well, there's one more thing that happened a little bit in a somewhat spontaneous way. since I did this helper's driver license thing in late spring, early summer this year, I found it super funny to drive this big truck. I was also thinking, hey, do I want to not only be allowed to drive those things, those big trucks, when actually being on a emergency situation, so to say, would I also be allowed to do this for maybe other situations, which would then, of course, involve getting a full truck driver license situation. So I looked up various ways how to get there, what to do, and there's a driving school basically right around the corner. Well, not completely right around the corner, but just let's say 5 to 10 minutes away from here on foot. And they sounded super nice. I was in contact by email with them, so yeah, I was still intrigued, and I wasn't sure, shall I really do it, shall I not do it? But over the train ride and so on, as I was getting back to this town, I thought, okay, why not? I mean, I'm interested in it. Nothing keeps me from doing it. It's fun, so to say. It's learning something new. So signed up for that one, and I even had the first theoretical lesson yesterday, which was kind of interesting, learning about the braking system of those big trucks, the air pressure braking system, which is kind of interesting how everything works, how there are multiple circles that supply various brake systems. So yeah, just out of curiosity and because it sounded fun, or it was fun to drive those things, I'm now trying to learn that one. Kinda interested how this will continue. So yeah, that's also something that happened spontaneously, more or less. I mean, I was thinking about it for a little bit, but as always, at some point I came just to the conclusion, all right, why not just doing it? when I'm interested in it and nothing really speaks against doing it, then why not just do it? In the worst situation, it will result in a good story to tell. So yeah, that's happening. The most difficult part seems to get all the paperwork done, as always. So I need to get to the administration, the city administration, to basically have a form or have something filled in that I intend to do that driving license, and once they agree with that, only then I can take the theoretical and practical exam. And this, I guess, takes time. So there might be a chance to shorten that waiting time by talking to the leaders of the emergency, the ambulance station, as they can provide, I don't know, some kind of letter, some kind of appeal, like, hey, when this person does not get this truck driver license, then people will die, or whatever they write into that letter. And this might shorten the waiting time. So yeah, this I guess is the most complicated part of this. I'm not so concerned about the theoretical exam. I mean, it's just looking through the question, thinking a little bit about it, and then I'm quite sure it will be doable. I think this time I'm not sure if there's. I think that it's either pass or fail, and there's definitely no grade involved. And it's definitely not as with the EMT exam where I was really ambitious and where I wanted to have a good mark. In this case, I think it's just okay. As long as I pass, I'm fine with it. So I think this should be no problem. And driving, I mean, driving the truck I used to drive for getting this helper's driving license was also not so much of a difficult thing. So in the end, I think that this should be fairly easy to be done. But we'll see. It definitely will result in some good stories while learning it. And I mean, it's an experience, so that's all what counts. In this case, we are now at the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will be joining me next time. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!